President Obama flew the 747 over to Cuba today, and I don't know if you heard this, it just came out an hour ago. He's landed in Cuba, and Raul Castro, or Fidel Castro, but Raul Castro, who's the head of Cuba, wasn't there to greet him. No, there was nobody. He landed the plane. There was nobody there to greet him. Folks, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Now, here's how a thing like that is supposed to work. Number one, he has his people call up, say, who's going to be greeting the president? If they say nobody, you don't go until somebody's there because you don't want to look like a fool. Okay? So he lands, and the press, and by the way, they were so great to him. Well, you know, it's a little rainy out, and could have been traffic. It was everybody's fault but Obama. You know, there's some negotiations going on, and they perhaps feel that they didn't want to be there today. Can you imagine if I were in that position and I landed and nobody was there? They would say, Donald Trump must be incompetent to allow a thing like this to happen. So President Obama landed in Cuba, and the head of Cuba, who was there for the Pope, and he was there for other dignitaries that come in, but he wasn't there for the President of the United States. I mean, we are amateur hour, folks, amateur hour. And honestly, Obama should have turned the plane around and left. No, he should have. He should have turned it around. He should have said, bye-bye. I mean, he's not here. And I'm not knocking Castro. I mean, if they can get away with this stuff, it's great. They're making a great deal because, you know, they're making a deal. I said, it's fine to do it, but you got to make a better deal, like the clause I told you about. But honestly, number one, it should never happen. But if it did happen, it's go bye-bye. We'll see you in a couple of years or maybe a couple of decades. You don't do that. He got in his car, he drove, nobody to shake his hand. Isn't that incredible, Pamela? I mean, can you imagine?